It's Charter California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are joined by Bob Kelley. He is a council member in the city of Atascadero in San Luis Obispo County. I must speak with you about the drought. It's very interesting. There are, not too many jurisdictions, water jurisdictions in this county, and yet there are conservation targets as set by the State Water Board all over the place. Cambria has an 8% conservation target. Morro Bay has a 12%, yet Atascadero is at 28%. Right. Why, in your mind?
Well, it's a state mandated deal, right. And it's like one program fits all, and I really don't know how they come to those numbers. I guess the water company probably reports some figures to them, and somebody churns that number out.
Let's talk about Cambria on the one hand and Atascadero on the other. For our viewers, Cambria, well known to be quite beautiful, lots are fairly small. You don't see a lot of lawns, whereas in Atascadero, lots are large, lawns, horses.
Right.
So by definition, you're just going to be using more water.
Well, yes, Atascadero, our average lot size is 1.5 acres. So there's a lot of people that have horses and other animals. Horses can drink up to 20 to 50 gallons of water a day, depending on the temperature. A lot of people have orchards or vineyards or what have you that use water. So, Atascadero is always different than everybody else.
No doubt. But you talk about orchards and vineyards, and there's been a lot of talk about whether it's really fair to require residential and commercial customers to cut so much, whereas ag, we can talk from here to eternity about whether ag is being forced to cut, but they're not subject to these conservation targets.
Right. It's ag is a business, and for food is a lifeline.
Right.
I always question is why is that important to our lifeline for food?
Okay, so let's talk about that.
It's a big money, big business deal.
But your friends in Paso Robles, they have made a lot of money as a result.
This will make me a lot of friends.
Yeah, no doubt. They've made a lot of money on wine.
Right.
And so there's been discussion about whether the state, the county, the city should get involved in what crops can and cannot be grown. I mean, Governor Brown doesn't want to become the crop police, but if it takes so much water to actually make one grape, are we in the right place to do that?
I don't have all the answers, of course, but I think almonds, I think it was like 2,000 gallons or something.
I mean, almonds, no question, they are the punching bag today. Apparently it's a gallon per almond, which seems like a lot. But then look at beef. I mean, beef, you need countless gallons.
Right, and the grass and the alfalfa and the feed and everything that goes to it. There's got to be a balance somewhere. And I think you're going to have to get into form a priority list where it's important. I know I used to build houses and bid the houses, and when it got to be too much, we started cutting from the bottom.
So should government be involved in that, though? Or should it be the market? Or
Well, it's hard to say. There's a lot of politics and a lot of money involved in this. I don't know really who could come and really do a fair. The people probably could make it fair.
Let me ask you about how water is priced. As you know, in San Juan Capistrano, there was a decision that came out through a court of appeal which said that public water agencies cannot charge more money for more water use unless they can link that extra charge to actual cost.
Right.
It doesn't apply to private companies, and Atascadero has a private company.
Yes, we're a mutual water company, which is really every property owner is a stockholder in the company. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how our water company approaches that. I think for the most part, everybody has recognized that there is a drought, and they try to do their best to use the least amount of water. But you are going to have some violators, and it'll be interesting to see what approach, because they're not subjected to that court order.
It's a fascinating time, fascinating issue. Please come back. I want to hear more about what's going on in Atascadero.
Of
course, his name is Bob Kelley. He is a member of the City Council in Atascadero. I'm Brad Pomerance. You're watching Charter California Edition.
Great.